Good morning, everyone. Oh, sorry. I was going to put the chair. Do you want headphones? I know you don't. Yeah.
I want to sleep.
We will be following every
I shouldn't be here.
Every...
If I tell you what happened to me when I was coming today,
What happened?
my wiper stopped working on third mainland. No, I think they had stopped working maybe yesterday or something. I can't remember when. But
Not in this room.
yeah. So I just know that the rain started coming. I said, oh, I don't really like rain. And then I tried my wiper. I parked too.
No, it was really bad. Even I was. I had to slow down, come to work today.
I parked for a while. Then when it stopped, I got on the bridge and then it started again towards the island. I started
Very
to drive.
weird. It was there different parts. Very weird rain. Okay. Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. I'm Ayo Myro Essay. It is 8:16 a.m. Monday, 15th February 2021, and you know what time it is. It is the time for Locker Room 981. I have Tega with me in the studio. Good morning, Tega. How are you today?
Good morning, Ayo. I'm great.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Testimony time.
That's great
Jesus
to hear.
took the wheel.
He took the wheel, literally.
Good morning, everybody.
If you want to hear that story, you need to go at the end of this show. We're streaming live on YouTube. Go and watch it from the beginning because we started the conversation there, so you can get to hear firsthand how, like, literally, Jesus took the wheel. Now, if you'd like to join the conversation this morning, you know we love it when you send us comments and just banter with us throughout. Send your message to WhatsApp 0809 444 0981. On Twitter, it's at Smooth981FM. Use the hashtag LockerRoom981. And on YouTube, search for Smooth981FM Lagos and you'll see us live. Let's start off with some basketball. Kevin Durant leads Brooklyn Nets to victory with 20 points against Golden State Warriors. Durant fired the Brooklyn Nets to a 134-117 victory against former team, the Golden State Warriors, scoring 20 points. He said, I loved my time here. I loved playing for this team, but I'm glad we got a good W. Kyrie Irving paced the Nets with 23 points, and James Harden provided a game-high 16 assists and 19 points, helping Brooklyn complete a dominant win in the new arena in San Francisco that the Warriors moved into last season.
Yes, so that was the rave all weekend. Kevin Durant is going back to play against Golden State Warriors, the team that gave him his championship. Yes, they gave him a championship. and so the reception was I mean the stage was already set, how he was going to meet his former team, how he was going to meet his former teammates, how he was going to meet his former coach, how the performance was going to be. But it was great. At the end of the day, it was not just all about him, in as much as the commentators wanted to keep going back to his time there and how his relationship with teammates were. At the end of the day, it came down to Kyrie Irving and James Harden doing their part. Otherwise, Kevin Durant has gone on with an L. So it was a great setup to see. Harden, Durant, and Kyrie Irving, and now the new big three, in the new big three pairing in the NBA, and so we want to see how dominant that force can be. Can they go up to win the championship? I don't know yet because I haven't been convinced by them together. Yes, they have won some games under their belt, but they've also lost. So they're not as dominant as the big three of the Miami Heat or the big three of the Celtics when they had the big three. But let's see how postseason will be. But this win was strictly bragging rights because Kevin Durant didn't have a championship until he went to Golden State Warriors. In fact, there was a time in the locker room where he had a problem with Draymond Green, one of the teammates, and the guy was like, look, we gave you a championship. Don't talk too much here. We made you. Don't be making noise here.
We made you.
So it was a question of, it was bragging rights. I came here and I beat you. So who made who?
Love it. Nice one. Now let's go on to some tennis. Osaka Williams survive. Djokovic defies injury. Team ousted. Eight-time winner Novak Djokovic fought through what he had described as a tournament-ending injury to beat Milos Raonic and reached the Australian Open quarterfinals on Sunday. Naomi Osaka and Serena Williams survived scares to go through, but US Open champion Dominic Thiem was a major casualty when he fell to Bulgaria's Grigor Dimitrov. Simona Halep avenged her crushing Roland Garros defeat by Polish teenager Iga Swiatek to set up a meeting with Williams, while Taiwan's Hsiao Sui reached her first Slam quarterfinal at the age of 35.
Let me pronounce her name for you
Please,
because her
help,
name is sweet. Shea Sui.
Oh, Hsiao Sui.
Yeah,
oh, I love
that H is just there too.
So even the S. So
yeah.
why are we confused? Why did they swap it? SHHS.
Please, if you can learn how to pronounce African names, you learn how to
Learn
pronounce Chinese names.
Shea
That's where we
Sui.
are going to hold everybody to the same standards now. Shea Sui
That's a
is her
beautiful
name.
You're
She
right.
and she plays beautiful tennis.
35.
Amazing. It's not the way. It's the way she plays her tennis. It's almost as if she's not. It's effortless. She's not stressing herself. She's not chasing after you. She's not a power hitter. She drops the ball beautifully. It's almost nonchalant. It's like, I'm not about to kill myself. It's just beautiful to watch.
Like to
Very cocky sometimes, but beautiful to watch. So sometimes because there are a lot of big hitters on the WTA circuit, it's hard to see her come through to this part, which is why she had to get to 35 before she made her first quarterfinals. So there are a lot of heavy hitters in WTA. They will just hit you out of the court. But
I want to see her go far.
but this year she's tried. She's really had one of her best performances yet. So it's great to see her. I like her tennis, so I want to see her more. So Naomi Osaka's comeback was really great. She was up against Gabinye Muguruza, and she was down in the deciding set 3-1, 15-40. So Gabinye Muguruza was going to serve for the set with 2 match points.
Oh, wow.
Now Osaka was almost out. Her bag was at the door. That was literally it. But she fought back, eventually won that third set 7-5. And then from that game it was 5-3 on the chart. 5-3 on the chart, 15-40. She eventually won that set from that particular game and went on to win her match against Muguruza. For Serena, it was always going to be a question of whether she was going to be able to hit hard against Ariya Sabalenka. Sabalenka was in fantastic form from the end of last season to the start of this season, winning title after title since her father passed on. And then those times she had 15 straight wins. So her form was great, but Serena's class was permanent.
I love it. Permanent.
Serena outlived her in the third set. But some big names have fallen so far, though. Svitolina, our in-law,
really?
world number 5. She crashed out this morning. She was beaten this morning.
What time did you go to bed? Did you?
I haven't slept.
Oh,
Dominic Thiem, who knocked out Nick Kyrgios in 5 sets.
yeah.
Did not have enough gas to play against Grigor Dimitrov. He was just tired all through. His pace, his shot selection, everything was questionable. So he was knocked out by Grigor Dimitrov yesterday.
Wow.
So that was a big name loss in the men's draw. But Novak Djokovic, as usual, he kept saying, "Oh, this injury is tournament ending." Then he was now beating people. I've told people how to beat Novak Djokovic. If you see him writhing in pain on the floor, serve a huge ace right by his ear so that he will know today I ain't gonna wave up. I'm not leaving you. Because sometimes he comes up with all these injuries. You know, when he's down, he now starts stretching as if something is missing or something is broken. Be stretching.
And then it brings them
he will call the physio. And then it has an effect on the person opposite, because that's how you approach a wounded person playing. I will not send you. I will beat you first. Then after the match, I ask, "Are you okay?" That's the way to no, because that's the way to do it against Novak Djokovic. If he has 2 minutes to sit down and think and calm down, guaranteed he will beat you. Don't give him that time. don't
Just go in.
yeah,
No mercy.
don't welcome his just leave him with his drama
Mm.
and then beat him on top of those antics. And after the match, just ask him if he's okay. That's it. Yeah, because he did that, came back into a match that he looked down and out, won. Then yesterday against Milos Raonic, he dropped the second set and then went into the third set and beat Milos Raonic absolutely. It was swift and absolute 6-1. I was like, I thought this guy's body was paining him, and that's how it is. So it's tough, but Novak Djokovic doesn't just win cleanly. I think that's the problem with, you know, a lot of fans not really going to say, because he's a winner. So you want to support a winner, but he has too many antics and too much. He's just a dirty player. No, not interested.
So is that Nadal and Fognini?
So yeah, Nadal and Fognini, it just ended. So right. Nadal won his straight sets, but Fognini is one of the players that gave Nadal trouble at some point in his career, and so this was always going to be a tough setup mentally. But I mean, Nadal has come through that one very cleanly.
Cleanly.
So the tomorrow, what we're looking forward to now, is a match between Serena Williams and Simona Halep.
Yeah.
Big setup.
What time tomorrow?
Really, I have no idea.
Ungodly hour.
So which is godly? All of them. It's God that made the 24 hours. All of them are godly hours. I don't know if she's playing at 9, then it will be around 9, 10 a.m. If she's playing in the morning, then it will be around 3:30.
3:30 a.m. Do you know, I'm just so happy that Australian Open is giving us so much content, following the drama and stress.
Exactly.
It better be very nice.
It better be interesting.
Yeah, definitely. And let's go on to some football. Salah vows Liverpool won't give up title fight. Mohamed Salah has warned Manchester City that Liverpool will fight like champions despite a miserable run that plunged his side's Premier League title defense into turmoil. Jurgen Klopp's side are languishing 13 points behind leaders City after crashing to a 3-1 defeat at Leicester on Saturday. It's been a tough period, he said, for many reasons. We are champions and we will fight like champions until the very end. He made a tweet, he tweeted saying, "We will not allow this season to be defined by the recent results we've had. That is my promise to all of you."
Well, Mo Salah, your promise is not enough. Apparently, he's of as bad as the team has been. Salah has good stats, has good numbers. He's the one scoring the goals.
But in fact, he was even lost in the game. That he's not, like how we heard Salah last season.
He cannot do it alone. He's the one that even scored the goal, and the goal he stood and called that ball around the goalkeeper. He still has his magic wand, but his goals are not enough. You know, you score one goal and then 3 players on the other side score 3 goals. It's not balanced on the sheets. So, in as much as he's a fighter, he wants to win for the team. The other time he scored 2 goals and they still didn't win the match. So you're just like, yeah. Perhaps.
No, but that's frustrating. Do you think? I know it might be too early to call. Do you think he'll be making a move? Because it can be frustrating.
Look, whether Liverpool was going to win or not, he was going to make the move because he had already. There were already suggestions that he was going to move. Because sometimes, players have this bucket list, win Champions League, win league titles, Then they also have the bucket list of play for Real Madrid, play for. So yeah, so
is he moving to potentially?
There was suggestion that he may be moving to Real Madrid to Spain, Real Madrid or Barcelona, one of the two. There were suggestions earlier this year before they even crashed into these problems that they are in. So he has fulfilled some ambitions. Moving is not necessarily a consequence of the loss. Is the fact that he wants to tick off some things from the bucket list. Yeah, that's what it would be. But the Liverpool capitulation is epic, and you know, at every point in time you think, okay, they're going to get out of it with this result, and then they go right back. Like teams have found them out, and their injuries in key positions did not make it any easy. I thought because of the desperate need that they had when it came to central defenders that they should have bought in January. Worry about how you offload excess players in the summer. Your job now as a team is to win games today. And so I thought they would have filled up their defensive position using a midfielder throughout the season. Manchester City did it last season, and see how they lost the league, how much they lost the league by. Don't look at somebody else's experience and think, oh, that's their own testimony.
Yeah.
My own will be different because I'm born again. Well, certain things equals.
I think you went there.
I had to go there because some people just say things and say, I'm born again. Actions have consequences. So certain things will give you certain results.
Yeah.
Manchester City did it last season with Fernandinho in defense. And they struggled. You come this season now, you're putting Fabinho in defense all through. January window came just by one to manage. They didn't do that. And no, so now you're playing square pegs in round holes. There's always going to be a problem. So it's a bad one. Alisson made another mistake, but he made one mistake, but he also had a double save right after on the back of that mistake. So you can't blame him much. He gave a little here, he saved a little there. So I think at the end of the day, the struggle is a lot for Jurgen Klopp, but they will sort it out. And what it is that it's looking like they can't defend that title. Because Manchester City are not letting up.
They're not letting up, not at all. All right, so let's go on a break, and we have some comments come through. When we come back, we'll open up with those comments and then take some more stories in the locker room 981. It's Smooth 98.1. Tega and myself, Ayo, we are here up until 8:45.
It's true now. They'll be doing, I'm born again. I
cannot. Unfortunately, I don't have as
you've been
consequences.
Continue. Look at me like my data, my grace is sufficient for you.
Okay, look at that. Let me check if my laptop has finished updating.
Okay.
I don't know, it just said misbehaving.
Visit airtel.com.ng/HBB to get started.
Babe, but I just left the house.
Yes, honey. It's video calling all the way.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
That is a winner. One drop of liquid will make all your dishes cleaner. And the breezer won't stay for longer. With one drop on morning fresh wash 50% more. Now your plates are shining and dishwash for night. One drop on morning fresh wash 50% more.
Smart people know that Morning Fresh washes 50% more. Make the smart choice today.
A14 Bionic, the fastest chip in a smartphone. Super Retina XDR display in more sizes. And next
It's still updating.
No, it's not, but I'll just
Continue with your phone.
I'll just continue.
iPhone 12 and iPhone 12
Continue.
with
Continue.
24 months
Okay.
warranty plus screen.
Can you see me? Let me see.
It will take a while.
Visit i9cherry.org.
Thank the Lord.
So what after we hope you not take another 20 years, how many years? Take back.
This is Harry Bakary.
For them to win another title.
That's their personal problem. They want it, they'll be okay.
Smooth 98.1, love music, love life. It's still the Locker Room 981, part of Smooth Breakfast Show. Bringing you the biggest news in the sporting world, and of course doing that is Tega. Right, we have some comments on WhatsApp. So WhatsApp number is 0809 444 0981 if you'd like to join the conversation. We're also live on YouTube. So YouTube is Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Get to see the behind the scenes action in between and on the show. Very important. On Twitter it's at Smooth 981 FM. Use the hashtag Locker Room 981. Sheyi here says Ayabawo Nitega Rekobiro. Congrats to our own UFC ambassador Kamaru. His jabs are bad. Finally, Aya's Arsenal can sing glory, glory. For Liverpool, their liver has pulled. Finally, Wilfred Ndidi broke his own record again. Tega, please let's hail him. He's our own. No, I repeat, Man City is winning EPL. Chelsea will make top 4. Liverpool will not make top 4. Tega, please go and sleep after NBA video you did. Thank you so much. Good advice. And then we have from Pius from Egreda. Good morning, Tega. Man United are just too boring these days. Bruno
Oh.
Fernandes is bigger than Man United, please. And then Sheriff from Akimbi from Broad Street says, once again, Alisson showed his capabilities of being curious on Saturday.
Okay, so those are capabilities. Is Kepa,
Kepa, I
the
thought
goalkeeper
so,
that has
yeah,
problems,
yeah.
and then Karius is the former Liverpool goalkeeper that had butterfingers.
So maybe we have a challenge with goalkeepers. And then we have from, what's your name? Femi from Festa. When is the English media going to say that Klopp is finished and football has left him? I mean, he lost 3 games straight. He hasn't gotten the standard these days, or isn't the standard these days. Now was called finished for drawing at home to Fulham. Now that Fulham has beaten everything away, can we say Ancelotti is finished too? Liverpool, according to Chidozie, is defending the title the best way they can. Klopp says they are giving up on the chase, while Salah says they ain't throwing in the towel yet. It's either he wants to take over the job of the manager or he wants to go defend the title in another club. Whatever he chooses to do, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer shouldn't be a United coach. All right, then one more on YouTube. Olumide Adetilayin says, good morning, ladies. My boys are making Moa proud. Madrid for La Liga title. All right, let's go now to talk about Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane, coach of Madrid, has expressed his annoyance with his side's growing injury problems after a setback to defender Dani Carvajal. Cavallo, okay, I almost got it.
Sorry, Carvajal. Sorry,
Carvajal.
that's the fullback.
Yeah.
He got injured.
Sorry, I convinced
you convinced me.
You.
I was like, who is that?
Carvajal in
Carvajal.
Sunday's 2-0 La Liga win over Valencia left him with 8 stricken players at a crucial stage of the season. I don't understand it, he said. We've had so many injuries and I'm worried. Carvajal suffered a relapse of the previous injury and I really feel for him because he was feeling good and playing well and he's an important player for us. It's always annoying when you lose a player.
Okay, it's a muscle injury, so maybe if you rush him back and then he's stretching for something, he's just going to go right back to where he came from. But such is the problem of Real Madrid. 8 players out with injury, and such is the problem of Real Madrid that once the player is fit and ready, you're just like, go on and play and give him time to heal.
Paying him a lot of money,
and that's what he will have a lot of injuries. You pay a lot of money, you pay some more. Because Carvajal comes back from this injury and then 28 minutes into the game he's limping right back out. Already they had Sergio Ramos looking fly on the bench. And Marcelo on the bench. Injured. Sorry, in the stands. They were not even on the bench.
Wow.
Injured. And then you now add Carvajal. So that's 3 key defenders. Just out, just sitting down, collecting their money with different parts of their body aching. But it's a lot for Zinedine Zidane to handle. The important thing is that on the pitch, on the field, they were able to do the business. They had a pretty convincing first half against Valencia. Scored 2 goals, came out in second half. Valencia, maybe the halftime team talk helped them. Valencia put a little more effort. Unfortunately, they couldn't score any of the goals, any of the chances that they created. So Real Madrid were able to win that one and go back into second position. Yes, they've played a game more than Barcelona and 2 games more than Atletico Madrid, but they're in the right position right now on the table, because like I always say, you cannot count the games in hand as points until they play them. When they play them, that's where you know if they're fully 3 points or 1 point or no points at all. So for Barcelona, on the other hand, they had a pretty convincing win on Saturday, where Messi scored a brace, Trincao scored a brace. Yeah, he didn't get the hat trick. That goal was cancelled. They looked convincing going forward, but again, defensively, they are shocking. That's the best. That's all I can say. They're very shocking defensively. I haven't seen such a good team with such amateurish defending. So it's something that Koeman needs to fix. And they need to fix it quickly because they have PSG coming.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so even if PSG is coming without Neymar, it's still PSG.
It's still PSG. Right, so another team that is said to be still putting up a fight in the title race, the EPL title race, by the way, is Manchester United, and this is according to Coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Manchester United have to put up a fight and will not give away the Premier League title, insists manager Solskjaer. United drew at lowly West Brom and are second on the table, ahead of Leicester on goal difference, but 7 points behind runaway leaders Manchester City. Solskjaer said his side need to put City under pressure. He said, let's just build momentum and win games. They, that City, are in good form. Us and Leicester have to put up a fight.
Yeah, but you're fighting with yourself. The people have gone. I don't know why you're fighting with yourself. Manchester United. I mean, so because they have had a good run of games, that's why they're in this great position. But every once in a while, they remind you why people question their title capabilities. And the game against West Brom yesterday was also one of those games. And you have to remember that, especially in the second half when West Brom came out, yes, Manchester United had one or two more chances, but West Brom could have taken that game if Diani had just calmed down. The two clear-cut chances that he had, if he had just calmed down, they would have taken all 3 points. So I don't know which match Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was watching yesterday. The one I was watching, he was in danger of losing the 3 points.
It's all about perspective.
I know what you mean. But it was a good game for them, especially after they went behind the first half and the frustration. Bruno Fernandes trying to get a penalty. That one was not surprising. It looked like he was fouled in the 18-yard box, but I always say this: football is a physical game. Somebody's going to touch you. It's not every time that they touch you and you fall. It's penalty. Come on. But then he scored the wonder goal that gave them the equalizer, and it looked like Manchester United had gained the momentum. But halftime, West Brom went into their team talk with Sam Allardyce, the worst halftime team talk you can never get as a rival. And West Brom came out a different side. I would say this for Manchester United: it's tough. They have you can tell that they have one or two brilliant moments, but for you to win a title, that light has to brilliantly shine consistently, and that's where the problem is. Dropping points against the worst team in the league. Well, the second worst team in the league. It's not
well, second best, second worst. Maybe that's
maybe that's their position. Just hang out in your lane. But for Arsenal, Arsenal, good one for them. Arsenal Leeds was supposed to be. For me, it was going to be a cracker. A lot of goals all around. But and it was 6 goals in the match. But Arsenal managed to come out on top. Aubameyang coming back. Remember he had missed a few games because he had some personal issues to sort. His mother was ill. But he came back, scored a hat-trick. Arsenal look like they got it together for now, so they are back in 10th position. So just imagine how if Mikel Arteta was saying we haven't given up on top 4 after winning this match.
Wait, so you're saying that they should give up on top 4?
I can't say anything, but they should look at the table themselves and give themselves brain and tell me whether they should be hopeful for top 4.
All right, so Tara is saying that I should please help him ask you if referees have an agenda against Arsenal.
Oh, I know I know what he's talking about. I know the incident he's talking about. But hey, I think especially after Craig Parsons' issue with David Luiz and all the contention that came with that, you're not going to be seeing referees just wake up in the morning and just give those penalties again. Unfortunately, Arsenal was the scapegoat that had to bring the issue up again.
Right, then Femi from Festac says, Ole said in 2018 that the second meant nothing and we should be aiming to be first. Today he's telling us Manchester United are not contenders. For him to say that means he has no business being Manchester. No, did he say they're not contenders? I thought he said they'll fight to the finish.
And when he first said they're not contenders.
Oh, really?
And the last, now he's saying that they'll fight to the finish. You can see how he's Jekyll and hiding us. We know this man.
Don't judge him too much. There's some coaches we know would have been battered for not beating WBA. But because it's Ole, he gets a pass from the English media. All right, then Maury the Realist says, good morning, ladies. Happy first Saturday Valentine. Is there anything like that? I've always said that since the day Ayo decided to support Manchester United, we started playing on attractive football. Are you joking? I'm not a Man U.
She's not a Man U fan. She has moved to Tottenham, man.
I didn't move from there. I was from Arsenal. I moved. You guys keep with the program. I did say, though, that Tottenham continued in their form. I was moving back to Man U.
and then Man U lost,
So I think
drop
Arsenal,
points against West Brom. So
Arsenal
just
is looking attractive again.
I think you should just stay with Man City for this season.
Man City, no.
You don't like
because I supported Man U. I'm loyal. I can never support. I can only not say never.
Then you will lose.
So
Anyway, so let's go to the last. Let me just cover the last story.
Syria.
So yeah, in Syria, in case you didn't know, Inter Milan are on top of the table just before the Milan derby.
Yeah.
Inter Milan won their match yesterday, 3-1. Very good game management. There were moments where they were under pressure and they defended solidly, and they went forward to score goals, won the game the way they needed to win the game, and got the 3 points that took them to the top of the table. On the other hand, Juventus, not so good a weekend for Juventus and AC Milan. Both teams lost. Juventus lost to Napoli. AC Milan lost to Spezia. It was crazy, but Inter Milan are on top of the table. Can they keep it up though? It's just 1 point between both Milan teams. If they can they keep it up? I'm not sure, because even Inter Milan sometimes when they look like they're doing good, something happens to them and they lose one random game. It's always a random game. So this Italian Serie A title fight is not over by the stretch of any imagination. The Scudetto, they will fight to the last day.
That's interesting.
And that's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting. Beautiful football. Emeka Onelo Mambigi of the opinion that Arsenal gave them Valentine football. And then on YouTube, Olufemi Motai says, Ayo, which club are you supporting these days? Mention Tottenham. The way Man City pummeled your Tottenham when? Yippee.
Yeah,
good
Man
to
City,
see.
it's 3-0. It was 3-0. Are you okay?
Yeah, still okay. I'm sticking with them for now. Discovery Media Crew says, good to see you again, Tega. The way Tottenham was beaten, it made Mourinho look like a learner. So bad. All right, thank you all very much for being a part of the conversation. Always good. Let's do this again on Wednesday, same time, 8:15 with Tega. Now we go on a nice music break, and then at 9 o'clock we talk Lagos Talks 981. Open the phone lines and get you speaking up as to which of the headlines you like to comment on, and just take it away. In the meantime, like I mentioned, enjoy some smooth music here on Smooth 98.1. I'm so used to YouTube. I was going to turn off the YouTube mic. I say YouTube, the Zoom mic. So that was what I was looking at the other time. Thank you, everyone. Say bye to your fans.
Oh, sorry, help us sleep.